Hey there, folks. Day after Thanksgiving. Let's go to CSSBattle.dev and do the daily target. Ooh, bricks. Very much bricks. My first impulse, I feel like a lot of the puzzles have had sort of interesting symmetries, or asymmetries rather. And so what I want to do is just check how things line up. All right, let's do this as 4 elements. Let's do this as 4 elements. 4 paragraph tags. 1, 3, 4. Each one is very similar, and then the odd ones we're going to flip the other way. So P, nth child. And this is not efficient code, but that's okay. For right now, this is what I want to do it. We'll do the even ones. And we'll do a scale -1, which will flip them upside down and backwards, but it won't matter for us. So how do we make this? Okay. We're going to move the margins here. Boom. That first margin is more like 18. 17, 16, 15. Height maybe is 60. This margin then becomes the bottom margin. Let's try 0, -10, -2, 3, 4, 5. And then the side margins 8, 80, 80, 92. That's what we have now. Now they're all pink, which is wrong. So I'll do it as a linear gradient, coming in at 90 degrees. 90 degrees, and we'll do, what, 20 pixels, and then red, 0, and then we'll move it 40 pixels over. That's kind of it. 40, 50, 60. That looks good. So what is that? That's a linear gradient that starts at this light color, and actually that can be transparent. And then is the red, the dark red, the brick color, and then we move the whole thing over. So if I do this as black, plunk, and then I say no repeat, that's the gradient. It's the repeating that allows it to do what it's doing. And we have this super simple background position, which is 60% 0, because of the size is a default of the element size. We don't need more syntax than that. All right, so let's minify and unit replace and submit. And that is a solution. Pretty good one too. So let's, rather than use the even, we'll put a B attribute, and then we can replace this B nth child even with bracket and the attribute value, or the attribute itself, B, and submit, and that's going to be slightly shorter. And I know it's hard to argue with that. I might, replace, we're almost at 700, which is a pretty good score for me. Obviously top players get even better. So that's over 700. And you can do little cute dumb stuff like removing the final brace, stuff like that. And that's cute and fun. So how would we do this if we were going to use box shadows? So would this work if we're going to create just 2 elements? So I'm going to do this margin. It's just a blank template again. Blank template. Start over. Start from scratch. And set the background. So I'm going to make the first one with the margins. $16, $15, and then we need like 200, 0, 100, maybe 90, 90, 92, yeah, and then the height is like 60. I think that's right. This margin 2. All right, what did we make? We need more margin here to make that narrower, less wide. 200, 220, 30, 232. And then it's box shadow, 100 pixels, 40 pixels, 120, 30, 40, and then 60, 70, and then 0, 140 pixels, and then 140 pixels, 210 pixels. Just doing the math there. That looks right. Okay, so if we make another one, can we, so P plus P is, and I'm aware that the color of that is black. That's fine. The other one, we're going to put and then we got to make it. Boom, there it is. So I'm going to flip these around. So I'm going to move the 232 to be here and the 92 to be here. And then I'm actually going to scale it -1. So that's interesting. I'm going to adjust these margins 4, 5, 7, 8. I can't see anything yet. Okay, 120. Oh, this is falling apart on me. All right. This is one of those times. So I'm going to set a background of red. I'm going to set a color of green so I can really see what I'm doing, because I currently can't see what I'm doing. And then I guess I'm going to set color on this as well so that my back shadows work. Okay. So there's the default. I flip that over. And now I'm going to move these margins. Do exactly what I did before, which is move the 232 there and the 92 here. So these are the constraints that make it wider or less wide or whatever. 10. Okay, getting there. So I did want to go further for 5. Okay, now that I've got that, and I've scaled it in this weird way, but I'm actually happy with that. I think if I increase this number, I want to do -1 on that axis and 1 on that axis. Is that what I want? And then I want this number to be what? I want to do that as 0. size. What I wanted. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. 70. Great. And then these numbers, maybe it's 80. 75. Okay, and then if I adjust this number to be less, oh, that kind of works, but it's not working right. I like it though. 8, 7. Oh, that's kind of fun. That's fun that that almost works, but it doesn't quite work. So you can kind of see what I'm getting at, but unfortunately the math I think doesn't work out unless, because the relationship between these squares isn't the same. I think that's the lesson that we're learning there. So what that means then is that this scale is a bad idea. And I need a different X value on the background position, or the first parameter of the box shadow. So this 140 can't be the same thing for both to reuse it. Okay, so I'm gonna do 1 inch, inset 1 inch, 1 inch, comma, and then I'm gonna get rid of this color green, or get rid of this background and get rid of this color green, and then it's just the margins. And then what I want to do is set this as a variable, var X, or 140 pixels, and then I want dash dash X to be what, 0? Minus 10 pixels, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. That's what I wanted to do. That's another way to do it. Submit that. I don't think it's a better score. I can remove the background like that. Setting a variable, a little bit of margin work there. I guess, yeah, that's fine. Minify, unit replace, that's the second way to do it. That's a fun way to do it too. Not as good as the first way. Not as good in terms of score or ease of implementation. But it's fun to explore the symmetries of something like this, to me. All right. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Post Thanksgiving here in the U.S. I guess everywhere, but some places don't do American Thanksgiving. That's fine too. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Go make a webpage and have a great weekend. All right. Bye-bye.